everyone, we are Group 5. So today we're going to report in Gender and Society. I am Annalyn Sirakin.
And I am Majolti Takud.
I'm Dia Carisre Prado.
BSHM 2D from Aklan State University College of Industrial Technology. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about Chapter 11, the Western Women Movements. So in this chapter, it focuses on the development of Western feminism and its factors, with students learning to identify influential feminists and understand their significance in the movement. So here are the objectives. At the end of this chapter, the student should be able to outline the development of Western feminism and explain the factors that shape its development.
So next is, where does liberation begin? The Western women movement exposed structural inequality and identified women as oppressed. However, some university students may not understand the feminist movement purpose due to social media and popular culture. Understanding the historical context is crucial for addressing current issues in women and gender studies. So next is, what is feminism? Feminism is a perspective of the world through a women lens, influenced by society perceptions of femininity. So next is a brief history in Western women's movement. The Western women's movement is a complex and multifaceted movement that evolved over time. The movement evolutions influenced by various theories and modes of being, aiming to break free from patriarchy and promote intersectionality. So next is the three distinct waves of feminism in the Western world. The first wave is the women's equal rights, the second wave is the radical feminism, and the third wave is recognition of intersectionality. So the first wave of feminism is women's and civil rights. Theoretical roots of the women's wave of feminism, liberal feminism. The 18th to 20th centuries saw the first wave of feminism fueled by philosophers like Kant, Mill, Rousseau, and the French Revolution sparked the feminist movement like the Declaration of Women's Rights. So Mary Wollstonecraft and Lincoln Project put for women's rights, but societal focus to the material conditions and resources of accumulation lead to oppressions and marriage of the seems a lifetime commitment. So next is the women and anti-slavery movements. The anti-slavery movements, influenced by the idea that women are property of their husband, has a strong connection to women's liberation. Next is women and the right to vote. The first wave of women emancipations movement aimed for women's rights, including voting, employment, education, and freedom of expression. The second wave of feminism and women's liberation, these movements plays a vital role in reshaping gender dynamics and challenging societal norms. The second wave of feminism was a transformative period that emerged in the 1960s and 70s. It built upon a foundation laid by the first wave sought to address the broader issues beyond suffrage. One of the key achievements of the second wave was raising awareness about the women's right and empowering women to challenge societal expectations. It sparked conversations about the gender roles and to the rights of self-determination. It's important to recognize that the second wave of feminism was not a homogeneous movement. It encompassed diverse perspectives and experiences. Intersectionality became a crucial aspect, highlighting the unique challenges faced by women of color, LGBTQ+ individuals, and working-class women. The women's liberation movement, which emerged during the second wave, emphasized women's autonomy and liberation from oppressive norms. It aimed to challenge traditional gender roles and fight against the objectification and control of women's body. The fight for gender equality is an ongoing process. The second wave laid the foundation of subsequent waves of feminism, inspiring future generations to continue the pursuit of social justice and gender equality.
The third wave of feminism, which emerged in the 1990s, was marked by an exclusive multicultural understanding of women's experiences. This wave of feminism was a response to the critique of the second wave's universalist approach and its focus on white Western women's issues. Third wave feminists were raised by second wave activists and had access to resources and opportunities that their predecessors had gained. They critiqued the concept of womanhood and gender roles, challenging the notion of gender as an absolute identity. The idea of gender as a social construct was essential to this movement, as seen in Judith Butler's work, Gender Trouble, Feminism and the Subversion of Identity. Judith Butler, an American philosopher, played a significant role in this movement. Her ideas about the fluidity of gender and the performative nature of gender were key to the feminist discourse during this period. This wave of feminism was marked by a shift from a focus on reforming structures to reclaiming and transforming them. The feminists aimed to create a space where women could express their gender identity in a true sense.